worship like a dog in the shrine of your lies. I tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless stay. Good God, let me give you my life. Hey everybody, be welcomed at the lesson about vocal placement by Maximum Voice. Today we're gonna talk about vocal placement, meaning where your sound should develop from. A lot of people are probably thinking about their throat when they start singing. Some others might be feeling it somewhere around here. Both is not the best way to do it. The best way to do it is straight outside. What does that mean? Well, it's a little bit difficult to explain sometimes how to experience where you're placing your vocals. In the end, it's a matter about feeling yourself, feeling your body, feeling the vibration. I'm gonna show you some different sounds on how vocal placement in wrong and in right is gonna sound. If we sing from much too far from behind, we are going to sound something like that. And we'll be supernova before our flame fades out. Meet me when I'm whole, meet me at sunset. Yeah, you hear that it's already like, you do hear some sound, but somehow it's limited, it's closed off. Some frequencies are missing when I'm singing right from the throat. Now let's place that feeling like in the pockets of my sheep. Eventually we'll burn out, but at least we've been alive in a fire of red and gold light. Sounds different, still not really what we want. So now let me show you how it would sound if you have a very correct vocal placement in front of your face. Eventually we'll burn out, but at least we've been alive. I can repeat that a little lower. I guess I've been a little bit higher than before. Eventually we'll burn out, but at least we've been alive. So what you can hear here is the understandability of my lyrics is far better than when I sing it here or here. I have more high frequencies, but I'm also able to put in low frequencies just as much as the middle frequencies. I'm much in control of how my voice should sound. And that's what we want to learn today, or at least start to learn today. To get familiar with your vocal seat, there is a lot of different exercises you can do. At first, when I was taught, they started me up on being like this little toddler who wants something. So we go really like tired toddler wanting some candy, like, but I want the candy, but I want it, but I want the candy. Yeah, so you hear it's like a lot of hair in the nose and in front. So your vocal seat does not only have to do with your mouth and your mouth cavities, but also with your nasal cavities, where a lot of sound is supported and put out and shaped. So you want to think just as much about your nose as you want to think about your lips. You want to think about your nasal cavities and your mouth cavities. Because what happens when we start vocalizing, we create the sound here via our air pressure, and the sound then goes up into your mouth and nasal cavities where like the different frequencies are supported based on how you form these cavities. And then we want to release the sound outside into the world. We don't want to hold them back in here. We don't want to like just feel ashamed, just sing for ourselves. That can be done for another exercise. It's not a wrong sound. But in the beginning, we want to learn how to be like really straightly in front of here. So what you can try to do, take some lyrics of your favorite song or whatever, and start with like toddler whining them. Yeah. For example, I just have popping up "Take Me to Church" in my head now. So it would be, take me to church, I worship like a dog in the shrine of your life. And so on. Why am I doing this? You get like really easily in front and you can feel your seat. This might not sound well yet, but it is doable to put that into a context of your voice where this sound is working. To show you what I mean, I'm gonna sing the same part again, maybe a little bit longer, and show you how it sounds if I start taking the upset toddler sound out, but keeping my placement. Take me to church, I worship like a dog in the shrine of your lies. I tell you my sins and you can sharpen your knife. Offer me that deathless stare. Good God, let me give you my life. So hopefully now you could hear how I dropped the nasty sounding part but kept my seat in front of my face, so the vocalization is really nice and smooth outside. That's where you want to go. I gonna do an extra exercise video for this technique just as much as the others that I'm presenting now, so you will have all the time and explanation on how this works, why this works, and whatever else you want to know. I know that a lot of students have quite many problems with this technique. And I can understand why. They feel stupid, they are irritated by their own sound, and intimidated by that also. So this might not be the best exercise for everybody, but it's a very good one, which is why I included it. What I prefer to do sometimes is to go via humming. I think I mentioned that in several of my other videos. It's a very nice way to get into your seat. What you could do there, and I take my original chorus now again because I'm more familiar to that, you just put out the lyrics and hum it, and you want to hum it in a way that it like really tickles your lips and also vibrates your nose just a little bit. So you hear I'm much in front, it's like a little bit metallic, so I'm gonna show you also how it sounds when I don't go in front with humming, so you like can experience that yourself and maybe recorrect yourself. Or go to your personal favorite teacher. Let me rephrase that. Or you just go to your favorite teacher and ask about that technique, and he, she, they might help you with that. So back to the humming. It sounds wrong when it sounds like this. So you hear it's like maybe a little bit warmer in the sound right now, but it's like very much mumbled in the back. You cannot really hear that. Just for comparison, when I go in front, it sounds like that again. What you also can do here, put your finger on your nose and not press it on it, just leave it there. And when you talk and say a few sentences, then you already notice that there's a slight vibration in there. And we want to get that stronger, so you can hum a tone and get like more in front with it. You will notice that your lips, just as much as your nose, are going to be much more in vibration. And that shows that you're using your cavities to really make the best sound you can make. Okay. Another exercise I got by another teacher of mine was called NGMN. And this is an exercise, I'm gonna show it briefly now, really briefly, because also for this I'm gonna do an exercise video, otherwise this video would become like really, really long. And the idea behind it is that you're going in front with different sounds and learn to sing these different sounds in the right placement. It sounds like this. And this includes different openings of your mouth, different positions of your tongue, and just the basic feeling of having your resonancy somewhere here around in your face. Good. Why is this so efficient? There's a ton of exercises like that where you just switch through and you really learn the positioning, and it's easy enough that you can also check out your support while you do that. For those who haven't watched the tutorial about the support and might be beginners, not familiar to that, please go check that, because for having the right seat you need the right support, because we have like this trio of support, lead and breath flow. If your support's not working, then your lead's not going to work. If your lead's bad, your support's going to have trouble, and in both cases your airflow will be interrupted, and that's basically not what we want, because we want to have a good airflow So here we can form all the sounds that we want and shape it upwards here in the face and bring it out in the world. Okay, so much to the frontal seat of your voice. I hope you enjoyed this brief lesson, and check out my tutorials. Leave a comment if you liked it. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'm trying to come back to you as fast as possible.